Hi, I'm Donna Williams, Chairwoman of the Wake County Republican Party, and with me today is James Powers. And James is our candidate for the North Carolina Senate seat, District 16. James, thank you so much for coming
Well,
today.
thank you so much for having me, and thank you for allowing people to be able to see and talk to us.
Absolutely. Well, that's what this is for. And so, to our listeners, I'm going to be asking James a few questions, and this is really so that you can get to know him a bit better. And so, James, let's start off with tell us a little bit about James.
Well, the first thing I want to say is I am not a politician. I am a person that is really concerned about where our country is going, and I think common sense has been left out of the things that we are doing, and the people have forgotten that the government works for us and we don't work for them.
I couldn't say it better myself. That's awesome. And so, tell us a little bit about your employment background.
I started out in college, left college through a wish of my mother's. I went to work at, it was called Esso at the time, and it became Exxon. And I worked there for 17 years. I worked my way up to second in charge of the chem plant. I went through a mechanical program, which is a degreed program, and then I went through an operations, which is the operating part, and which is a degreed program. And the day I graduated, I went into management. And after fulfilling that obligation, after my mother died, I went in business for myself because I felt like there was more to life than working for someone else, and am still in business for myself today.
Excellent. So, what brought you into politics?
Oh, this is a real. I think it's the idea that the government has led people to believe that we have to depend on the government, and that the government doesn't work for us, is we work for the government. And so I have grandchildren. I'm a father of 6 successful adult children. I have grandchildren. And it's obvious to everyone that we as a country are headed down the wrong road. And North Carolina is just such a wonderful place. I have been here 36 years. In 2 days will be 36 years I have been here. And so I want to bring some common sense and try to bring some sensibility back and serve the people, which is what our legislators are supposed to be doing, is serving the people that they represent. And that's why I'm here.
That is absolutely correct. What made you decide on the NC Senate?
I actually was going to run again. I ran in 2004 for Congress, and I was going to run for Congress again. However, the districts, we all know that the districts all got changed. And then when they got back to me that Christina had already decided to run for Congress, and so they said, "Hey, we really need someone in the Senate," and I said, "Okay, then I'll take that."
Excellent. Well, thank you for that, because we need good people serving us in the Senate. What's the top priority? I know there's a lot of things you want to work on, but if you could pin it down to your top priority, what is it?
I guess education, the Constitution, the inability for, it seems like that our legislators somehow want to pin more things on the people instead of deregulating or taking things, frivolous things away, and not telling us what we can do and what we can't do. The government has no business telling me, you, or anyone else what we can and can't do, because the Constitution in 1779, North Carolina ratified the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And so that gives us all these rights, and I think our politicians, and that's why I said I'm not a politician, has decided that we're going to be their servants. We're not their servants.
We're not. That is correct. So if you will tell our listeners, how can they find you online?
You can find me at jamespowers4nc.com. You can find me on Facebook, James Powers, and also you can message me on Facebook. I don't mind people calling me, 919-427-1229. I want to hear from all of them about what their concerns are also.
Excellent. And that, to me, is somebody that I want in our legislature. Somebody who cares about what we want. That's very, it's like a breath of fresh air, right?
Yes.
So I have an ask for our listeners, and that would be, you've heard James's story. You've heard a little bit about him, but I hope you want to hear more after listening to this. And so if you would, when you're done watching this video, right below is all of James's information, all of how you can contact him, what his website is. It's also there about the county party. We work hard to help our candidates to get elected. And James could use volunteers. The county party needs volunteers. All of our volunteers are there to help
Absolutely.
every one of our candidates get their message out. And I ask you to help us with that by sharing this video, okay? Just share it far and wide. You could even share it to anybody that lives in North Carolina, because when James is elected, he will be serving all members, all voters in this state. It's not just Wake County or his district. So
Exactly.
anyway, I do thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are welcome. And I thank you for running, because that is important. And we
Absolutely.
need good people in to serve us. To our listeners, I thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day. And James, same to you.
Thank you.